till I let go.
Hello everyone, so it has been a while since I've been using this Carnival XL Pro palette from BPerfect in collaboration with StaceyMarie, but since I have saw the announcement that this palette will be remastered, coming out with another palette, I decided to create a really cut creasy creative look for you, colorful look, because this is colorful palette, and I'm gonna be doing one of the looks that I already have recreated from PLouise Makeup Academy, so that's what is today this is all about. These are PLouise's bases in number 0 and 3 mixed together, and now I am just reapplying a little bit more of a base just because it's been sitting for a while now. I am using shade Showboat. This is a medium deep shade. You're gonna be using much more blue and darker shades. Also, I wanted to mention that this look is actually one of the most beautiful looks that stood out to me from PLouise Makeup Academy. I really liked this one. There are a couple of two that really were kind of close to my heart. I haven't done this type of look in a while just because I've been more focused on more beauty looks lately, and this is a lot of work, okay? It takes a lot of time. Can't even start to tell you what everything that goes into this look. How many details behind the camera, preparation and everything. It's a lot, but I love it. Just want to take this clean blending brush and to diffuse this color. This is from NYX's Professional Mini Blending Brush. I think it was a number 33, I'm not sure. I'm taking Sigma E38. This is the brush that I got in their Mod palette. I didn't like this brush for the eyeshadows, for the regular shadows, but because this blending brush is too harsh and too wide, so what I do love to do with it is what I'm doing right now. But I do have just a tiny little bit of product. Usually don't mix cream product, but it's just such a small amount to diffuse everything. See how it went beautiful? And now I'm gonna be taking shade White Though and putting that on top of this previous color and even going higher. Now once everything is blended, I'm using shade Nude, which is deep darker green tone. I don't wanna mess up all this area, so slowly I'm starting to build this color from the bottom up, and still we have to blend this in and to leave some space for the deep blue color. So this is the third color. We're gonna put fourth color just for this part right here. But it's just, I'm mentally prepared that once I start in the morning until I finish, whether it's 5 p.m. or 10 p.m., I'm not going anywhere, in the sense that I can't do anything else until I'm finished. Obviously I can take breaks and do some small stuff if I need to, if it's something emergent, if I have something urgent to do, but other than that I can't do anything until I'm finished. For example, when you're editing your video, you can stop, you can continue that next day, but when you're doing your makeup, you can't go sleepy until you're finished with your whole makeup and filming and doing everything. It's just, you can't press stop. Now I'm gonna take even smaller pointy bullet brush, again from NYX, and I'm gonna be taking shade Mood. So from this palette, I really like shade Mood and Wasted the most, I think. Now when I apply just a little bit of this Mood shade, I'm going back with the previous one, which is Nude. Like, obviously it looks nice, but when I come with a shade that is a couple of shades deeper, it's a bit hard. With a lot of blending comes the fact that you are going to lose some pigments, so sometimes if you are blending a lot, you have to reapply certain color more than a couple of times, you know? See how big of a difference this is? I will be definitely reapplying this color. See how it was dark, and now since I've blended a lot, it's diffused, so I am repeating. Obviously later I can, when I'm finished with my cut crease, to see when it's going to be exactly, how it's going to be placed, I can always add darker blue color to make it even more darker. But I think for now I just want to leave it like this. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of purple, and that is one of my favorite colors from this palette. It's called Wasted. Again, taking the smaller brush. I love how this shade Wasted transitions to this deep blue and green. Don't you worry about all the creasing, we're going to clean that anyway. And now for the front part, I'm going in with this orangey slash reddish color. I'm going to mix a couple of them. First I'm going in with the foolish color. So I am taking the Boy Bye, starting from the middle. But for this I do need smaller brush. I'm taking the previous brush that I've used for this color, and this is from Essence Eyeliner brush. I usually use this for other stuff, for the cream products, but today I want to try it like this as an eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna add a little bit of lit color, because this is giving me too much of a pink vibe. I want it to go a little bit orangey. Okay, now it's better. So now what I am going to do is to take some Vaseline and flat brush and to cut my crease. We're gonna be having actually a couple of cut creases. And to do that, as always, I'm using the best products, and that is from the Nitro collection. This is blank canvas and Vaseline to clean everything, and I'm using my flat brushes from the same collection from PLouise as well. And now I'm taking Q-tip just to clean as I go. And just a quick tip, don't go too high. At the first time, just go slowly. Otherwise, if you cut too much, you can't go back, and it's hard to do anything after that because Vaseline will clean everything, you know, everything you have underneath. So you just end up with a clean skin. And also, of course, I am always cleaning my brush. At this point in front, I'm going really, really high, even close to my eyebrow. Kind of scary for the cut crease, but not for the look that I'm going today. Now after I cleanse everything, I'm taking blank canvas and just mapping this area right here and even making everything more sharp, and just taking even some excess from my brush because you don't want to have too much of a product. It needs to dry out. Now I grabbed shade Pillow Talk and really going onto my edge with it to make it really, really light, and I'm really packing that eyeshadow. Now with a smaller brush, I'm taking shade Soft Spot and just applying it. I don't care how much I messed up here because I'm going to clean that later, but have to be really careful before this line where it connects with the white eyeshadow. Actually, this is not totally white, but it's really light eyeshadow actually. Wearing contact lenses doesn't make this easier on me. And then once I'm done with it, I'm using shade Make Waves because the mood shade is too dark at the moment. I just need a little bit darker blue transition, even though we are working within the small, really narrow space. I'm wiping off my brush to get rid of any excess from this brush. So right now I'm taking a Vaseline and cutting again, making a crease, but like I said, one step at a time. So basically this one goes from the beginning of my eye, but that is going to depend on the shape of your eye. I wanted to say, when you see certain look and that model has a certain face structure, make sure to check whenever you're doing your look, to check have a kind of guidelines so you can achieve that look as close as possible. So seeing what is the shape of your eye, and when you're going to finish and end up with certain details, you go a little bit higher with a cut crease or whatnot. But yeah, you have to implement that into your own face structure. I'm gonna go and get some mood shade and just repeat that because this side is a bit darker. So I'm just slightly going on the edge with that color. Next I'm going in with the black canvas again underneath this line right here. Also take notice of how much product do you use. Now what I'm going to do is to cut another crease followed by this one. It's going to be somewhere here, so you don't go on the end of your eyebrow. I know this looks kind of crazy where one line is beginning and the other one ending. Lines going on one on top of each other, but at the end it looks quite interesting. And I'm going to fill in the rest so we can put more eyeshadow. Now I'm filling in this crease with a Pillow Talk shade. Yes, we definitely can go with eyeshadows on top of these bases, but they are quite dry. So just for this purpose, when you're doing looks like this, it's fine, but in general, do paints on themselves. Shade Foolish, pretty much low. We're gonna cut this again and again, just to connect this color now with the white one. Just making sure that I don't come too close to the line. Now I took shade Funky and placing that as well. This one is really pigmented, real pink color. And also a little bit inside of this right here. Just looking at, it's not that sharp. We'll make it sharp. Now we have another challenge, and that is another cut crease. Let me just think about this one. So I am basically cutting here from, how much do we see from this pink? You know, it's Vaseline, so it's a bit harder to see when you're cutting because it's transparent. So until you cut it, you actually don't see what you're dealing with. I think I cut it a little bit too much. I'm going to clean this right here. Nothing, I'm just going to rebuild because I've cut a little bit too much, so I'm adding up this pink color. Hopefully it will be fine. So apparently my camera stopped working, but I filmed in the meantime this so you can see the process. And I'm just going to quickly walk you through what I've done with the rest of the look. So again, I took Vaseline and I did another curve. The rest of the products that I used besides these eyeshadows, because of the complication of this look, to layer and to stick everything on my eyelids so that it stays once I close my eyes and open my eyes and close my eyes, that everything stays, that it's waterproof, are these paints. Are these paints from PLouise. So I mixed the Nitro color and the base, which is blank canvas. So I mixed them one third of this and 2/3 of the blue paint. But you decide, like when you mix them, you see the color, and just think about it will eventually oxidize a little bit once you put it on your eyelids. So make sure to even put a little bit lighter color than you eventually want it when you're mixing red. So after doing that, finding these lines, it's really hard, like to cut one of, it's even hard to to see which line cuts over which one. So basically I have this blue line right here cutting inside, and this pink one, this right here is the rest of this pink line. And then for the end, I've just cut it again following this blue line, and then added a little bit of green. So I mixed actually white dough shade with a pillow talk because I wanted that dark blue with a black. So here is a little bit of black, and I actually used AMC gel eyeliner in 77 just to cut it right here, but also you do have PLouise's bases for that. But yeah, I did use because I don't have the black base, sorry, black paint, not the black base is something else. But then I just took the AMC gel liner, which worked as well. It's way more drier than this paint. The paints are perfect for this, so that's, if you can use that, use that. Okay, and then I added up, I wanted to match beginning and the end, but somehow it turned out a bit different. Okay, so I actually mixed again the Foolish and Pep Talk Shell shade. The lashes that I'm wearing today are from Unicorn's Beauty. These are Whisper lashes, but obviously with this type of look you can even go, we can put double lashes or really extreme lashes. Then I'm thinking I just put a couple of rhinestones as well. I don't even know where I bought it, probably on Amazon or AliExpress I think. It's been a long day, it's challenging, and I can't wait just to honestly take this off, just because it's been all day working on this, and in one hand I wish I have a rest of the day so I can go out like this, but it's too much. So I'm so happy I recreated actually this look again. I didn't think I'm gonna do it, but yeah, I like this one better than the last one. Obviously it's been a certain period of time since I've done it, but yeah, tell me what you think about it. And I really, like I said, this is one of the best looks that I've seen on the PLouise Academy page, and there are a couple of more that I really liked when it comes to this creative makeup look. And let me know if you want to see more of these looks or you're more into beauty makeup. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!